Says I'm live.
Okay, I'm going live from Facebook too. I'll let you know. Hold on a second. Alrighty, we're live from both.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my first live art online art show. This is a very new thing for me. Everything that I've ever done has been in-person art shows, so this is kind of cool, kind of scary, all in one. I wanted to start out by telling you guys a little bit about myself because I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with my work. So I thought I'd introduce myself. My name is Carla Jean Booth, and I'm a macro snowflake photographer. And I have been taking snowflake pictures since 2006. And to date, I've taken over 300,000 snowflake pictures, which sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot, but you know what? That's less than a shovelful. So my whole life's work is one shovelful of snow. I wanted to tell you, you guys are going to see some backgrounds today. I'm going to show you some snowflake pictures, and I'm going to show you some backgrounds. And I wanted to give you a story as to why those backgrounds happened. So I got my first snowflake picture that I took on my red railing in Grand Lake. And I thought it was absolutely the coolest thing in the world. I got it in a gallery, and I watched these two ladies come by, and they looked at it and they're like, oh, it's beautiful, but it doesn't go with my decor. So I realized that day that I was going to have every color and every texture that I could possibly think of to go with any decor in any home, along with the snowflake. So it made my work twice as hard, but also twice as exciting. So that's how the backgrounds came up. So you're going to see, if you look behind me, there's a whole lot of backgrounds in here. And we've got about 20 of them, I think, that we're going to show the backgrounds. I'll show you the backgrounds with the pictures, and that way you kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. And I just wanted to tell you something cool that I was doing yesterday. So yesterday it was snowing, as it is right now, and I keep looking out the window because I think the snowflakes are forming. So as soon as we're done with this live broadcast, I'm going to be going to work. So that's the other thing. So it was snowing yesterday, and the snowflakes were forming, but they weren't all that great. So I decided to start preserving some. And what you do with that is you take a microscope slide. It's got to be frozen. You're going to set it, I don't know, I set it somewhere. And then I will take my little tiny brush, like this. I'm going to pick up that snowflake, and I'm going to set it on a microscope slide. I'm going to put a drop of glue, super glue on it, and then I'm going to put a cover slip over top or another microscope slide. I'm then going to go ahead and put that in the freezer. They are now sitting there. They'll have to sit in there for 2 weeks. And then I have a preserved snowflake. I've done this before when I went in and taught for the STEM school for a day for the second graders. I was able to do that so that they could look through the microscopes and see a snowflake. So kind of cool. So anyways, that gives you a little bit of history. And one other thing before we go through some backgrounds I wanted to show you guys. I am available for commissions, and one of them that I've done before is when I was doing stock show. People had their high dollar horses in the stock show, and they wanted me to get photographs on the horses' tails. Okay, so what they did was they told me what the horse was, the name of the horse. They trimmed some of the tail hair, and then I glue this down, mark it, and then I'm going to pick that snowflake up, set it on the horse tail, and take the shot. It's very difficult, it's very tedious, and it is tough to get them, but I am available for commissions on that. So not just on this, for anything. Okay, so you guys, if you have ideas, feel free to contact me, and I can let you know if it's something I think I can do. Okay?
That's so cool. So I'm just coming to realize that your artwork is just one of a kind, right? You're
Yes.
basically saying that your commissions could be, like, the possibilities are endless.
Yes.
You can have a snowflake picture on any type of background.
Most any. I did have somebody ask me if I could take a snowflake picture on their dog's nose. It has to be something cold. So.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, we don't want to freeze the dog.
That's
for
right.
Sure. Okay, that's good learning as well.
There are parameters.
There you go. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. So with that, why don't we go ahead and Juan, is it okay if we start on number one and start showing some backgrounds and pictures?
Well, I just want to take some time. I want to remind your audience, whoever's watching on Instagram or Facebook, if you're watching on Instagram, there's a landing page for all the work that's available on this cell. And if you want to, take a look on what's available, you can just tap the link in Carla's bio. And if you're watching on Facebook, the link will be in the description of the show.
And that's why Juan's here.
Yeah, I think we're ready to get started. I'm excited.
Okay. All right, let me grab the first one. So this first one's going to be Snowflake on Christmas Potpourri. First, I'm going to show you the photo. Okay. Try to get it where it's not in a glare here. And also on Instagram. So you can see the nice rich red color. And back to Facebook here. This is on a Plaque product. Let me just scooch back a little bit. You guys can see there's a keyhole in the back of this. This is a wood laminate product, eco-friendly, made in Longmont, Colorado. So you hang it with that keyhole. Comes with hanging hardware. And then also, I'm going to go to Instagram first. My story is on the back of this. See if you can see that. Yes.
Yep,
okay.
I can see that.
And the background for that, how I made it, is I take hot glue and I glue the potpourri onto this foam board. And then when I'm out there, I've got to let the snowflake land on a catch board first. Then I pick it up with a brush, and then I'm going to set it on that potpourri. Okay? It's hard to see. This one's a dark one. There we go. Let's go up over here. So that's what that one is. All right. The second one, what do I get here?
Also want to take just a quick minute for you guys watching on Instagram or Facebook. If you have any questions for Carla, I highly encourage you to ask them on the question section, on the comment section, and I'll let her know what you're asking, okay?
Yeah, now's the time, you guys. So any questions, normally when I do a show, it's questions for 3 days. So this is your chance, anything you guys want to know. So this is a snowflake on a dollar coin. On a dollar coin where it says, "In God We Trust." So I did that so you can see the size of the snowflake. So that's what it is. When you've seen that, you wonder, what the heck is it? That's what that's on. And very cool center on that snowflake. Go to Instagram.
I have a question for you, Carla.
Yes.
When you sell one of these pieces, do you also sell the background? Like, do you include the background or
well,
just the
it's
piece?
funny you should ask that, Juan. So I have one in here that's a one of a kind today. Now, yes, that is available. It's only going to be on the one today, and it's a one of a kind. But yes, they can do that. That would be kind of part of a commission.
A commission. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
But that's a one of a kind product. I love that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Right. Let me see what our number 3 is on a sea sponge. Nope, I missed one. We're going to I think
Snowflake on my brush.
Yes.
Number 2.
Yep. Sorry, Juan.
Nope, I'm all good. You
Art,
can
get
jump
good
into
artists
piece number
these
34
days.
if you want.
Okay. So, first Instagram. This is me moving snowflake. Facebook, you gotta wait. It's coming to you. Have patience. So this is...
Oh, we have an interesting question. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
It's coming from Stacy. She's asking what temperature is best for taking the photos.
Hi, Stacy. So best temperature for me, I will tell you that I work anywhere from about 18 degrees down to 20 below. The best temperature within the last couple years has been 18 degrees. And why that is, I can't tell you. In Grand Lake, it seemed like it was below 0. Where I'm at now, it seems like it's 18. So this is what's called a stellar dendrite right here. And what that means, the dendrites are the little legs that are growing off of here. Let me go back to Instagram so you guys can see both. There we go. So these are dendrites. The little legs that grow off there. And this is a Plaque product again. Easy to hang. These guys are, you can clean them with ammonia-free Windex. They're UV resistant. Pretty much non-glare. You're catching a little bit of light, but I got a light going right at it, so. But that's what I've got on that one. Thanks for asking, Stacy. All right. The next one we're going to do, it's funny that Stacy should ask that question because this one's at 20 below 0. This picture was taken at 20 below. So good timing on that one. This was painful. So I've done damage on my hands from taking snowflake pictures with it that cold. But this one, pretty spectacular. It was worth the almost frostbite. So that is a stellar dendritic snowflake on, this one is actually on the fire dot lichen. Juan, I'm messing y'all up.
It's all good. I can change it.
It's number
No
7.
worries.
Are you going to fire me?
Not at all.
Okay, good. All right, same thing, Plaque, 8x10. All of these first ones are going to be 8x10s, ready to hang. Nice product. I've been selling these guys for a long time. And here is my rock that I take that picture on. So I also build waterfalls. So I am a moss rockaholic is what I call myself, because I build waterfalls with moss rock all the time. So that is that one. All right, now I'm going to go to the sea sponge. So this one's another stellar dendrite. This one I took here in Russell Gulch, Colorado. The sea sponge, my mom and I went to Mexico, and as we were flying down in, there was a really bad storm. And we loved to walk the beach and look for seashells, and it just so happened that there was a bunch of these sea sponges that were up on the beach. And the cool thing about these is they can carry the light through them. You can see how porous that is. So I shine the light up through them. I can do different colors, and that's what gives me that effect of those different colors. Very cool one on the center as well. Right there. So that's what I've got on that one. All right. The next one is the snowflake on pine needles, which everybody loves. This one was taken at 18 below 0, Grand Lake, Colorado. And a lot of people think it's on green beans. But that's what it is. It's on the pine needles. You're going to see there's 12 sides on this snowflake. So there are some 12-sided snowflakes. It's about 1 in a million. This one is not one of those. You can see it's actually 2 of them stuck together. So it's 2 6-sided ones with a column in between. And what they tend to do is they will offset by 30 degrees when they do this. And the column is this hex tube, and it will have those 2 snowflakes, one on either end. And this one was a really tough shot to get. It actually took me about 50 shots to get this because it was spitting between the pine needles, which is crazy. I've got a shot with this thing sideways. It's very cool. Anyways, there's your snowflake on pine needles. Plaque again, 8x10, and there you go.
We're moving on to flower flake.
Yep, the flower flake. The flower flake has been my best seller since I took this in 2008. This one is on a piece of slotted wood. It was 8 below 0. And it's kind of a cool story with this one. So I used to go snowshoeing with the Rangers every weekend. And they got so tired of me talking about snowflakes that, I keep holding it up, they let me do a snowflake talk on the snowflake walk. And the day that we were supposed to be doing that, I got this snowflake picture. So I was able to take this along and show them. It was the first one I ever saw that looked like a flower. So anyways, that's pretty cool. It's got a cool center. So this is a broad branch plate. And you can see it's kind of cool. It's got some triangles in there, or little diamonds, I'm sorry. So kind of neat. Anyways, that's one of my favorite. So we will go on to the snowflake on moss.
We have another question from Facebook. Her name is Pamela.
Okay.
She's asking, how long did it take you to learn all that information about snowflakes?
I'll let you know when I get there.
Okay, sounds good.
You know, it's never ending. And the cool thing about getting on Instagram, I'll tell you, is there's been a whole community of snowflake photographers that I didn't know. And within the last month, it's been amazing, and I've learned so much from other photographers. The classifications, I've learned a lot from Kenneth Lebrecht. There's a guy named Nakai who was the first person to actually make a fake snowflake, if you will, as in controlled environment. They grew it. So Lebrecht is good. He's a good resource. You're going to see on my education page, there's a bunch of stuff, and he's allowed me to put some things on there. So he's an educator at Caltech. So he's helped a lot. So, but there's still so much more to learn. It's like you learn the snowflakes, and then you've got to learn the camera, and then you've got to learn the photo stacking. It's just never ending, but it's exciting. So I'll let you know when I'm there. So this is my snowflake on moss. Let me get my little moss. Once again, nature girl here, who builds waterfalls and loves her natural stuff. That is my little piece of moss. And it's hard for you guys to see. Can you guys see that? There it is on Instagram. And there you go. So that's my little piece of moss. Moss is so cool too. It can be where it looks like it's dead, and you pour a little tiny bit of water on it, and it turns green within 30 seconds. It's always amazed me. So
Cindy Atencio is saying, I'm here.
Yay!
Oh, hello.
Hi, Cindy. I'm so glad you made it. I didn't show you guys the center. Wait, you have to see the center of this one. So look at the little star in there. Hang on, I'm going to show you on Facebook too, but that's our Instagram. Isn't that cool? Yay. Okay, let's see what we got next here. We've got the Peacock Feather. This snowflake's been in a lot of different places, meaning that it's been on the covers of different rec books for recreational books, Grand County. It's been on the covers of Sky High Daily News, all kinds of different stuff. Everybody likes the bright, vibrant colors. My poor little feather. But that's what it's on. And it's got this nice little snowflake on the side. And that's what we've got on there. I need to work with this one again. Once again, Plaque. So as I go and I show you guys these backgrounds, it makes me realize that, you know, a lot of times when we learn things in life, we can come back around full circle and we start again at a different level. And I need to start with these backgrounds again. So yeah, your wall. I see that one. Okay. This is another 20 below zero snowflake. This snowflake is on rough wood, taken in Grand Lake, Colorado. Very, very cool. Love this one. This one shows well. That's what it was on. But it shows so well. I've got this in two different sizes. Yeah, just two on today's show. But if you look right back here, wait. Here, there's the big one. So we've got a 30 by 40 Plaque on this as well, but this one is actually an 8 by 10. And I'm going to show on Instagram here. You guys, I'm going to adjust you a little bit. Yeah, there he is. So that's the 30 by 40 Plaque on that same piece. Okay. All right, so that's this guy. Same thing. If you guys are catching in late, Plaque product, eco-friendly, made in Longmont, Colorado. Stories on the back. You guys, the Buy It Now pages, you get in on Instagram on my bio. There's going to be a link you click on. It's going to take you to the Buy Now page. Facebook, it is in the intro to this live art stream. Okay? Click on that. You're going to see all of the pictures in there with little Buy Now easy buttons. Quick and painless.
We have a comment on Instagram. I can't tell her name, but she's saying, so beautiful and great job. I have to put my kids to bed, but have enjoyed hearing about your process and art.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I appreciate it. Okay. We are onward to... So this one I actually took on cellophane. And it's very cool. So this is a plate with branches. It's got little branches, but let me just try to adjust. You guys bear with me just a second here. That's better. Okay. So look at all the details. And I'm going to go over to Facebook here in just a second. The depth on this one has just always amazed me. And I love the shapes that are up in the middle in here. This is an 8 by 8. Oh, I have to show you the little guy on the side. So this little guy, I was telling you guys on the pine needles, the pine needle snowflake, if you were looking at it sideways, it would be this right here. So there's your column. It's attaching the two, and they'll offset by 30 degrees. And I don't know how, but they do. This actually has a snowflake, column, and a plate. So, kind of cool. This is another one that I took on my brush, and I love the center of this one. And another column on it too. See if we can get them where it's showing on both here. So you can see this is a little column sitting here. So it's actually a hollow hex. It's just sitting on the snowflake. But you got to see the center of this one. It is just very, very cool. Kind of amazing. This one I think has got duck feet. So the brush, let me go back and show you the brush here so that this is my brush. So that was me moving it on there. Gives you a size to kind of see how much smaller that was. All right, Cindy, what is it?
Yeah, I was going to ask exactly the same.
I'm not sure. Do tell.
We're curious now.
Yeah, I want to know. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys a metal product. So this is another favorite. Everything's a favorite. You know, it's a problem. This is my snowflake on sepia. This is a challenge here with my lighting. I'm sorry, guys. See if I can kind of back up there. Get the Instagram first. So this has got a handful. I'm going to come over to Facebook next. It's got a handful of my favorite shapes. You have everything. You have all of them, Cindy. So check out the shapes there. Now I can't see. Okay. So anyways, it gives you a nice variety of shapes all in one product rather than having to buy a whole bunch of different ones. And let me go over to...
Stacy's saying this is her favorite.
Yeah, yeah. The sepia is... Well, I think somebody's got it on a phone cover, Stacy, except for in the teal. All right. It's not perfect, you guys. I'm sorry that the light's a challenge here, but I think you can see the shapes of it. And then let me show you the back. So this one, it's actually really light, really, really light. So I've got these hanging by Velcro, and you can get the 3M Velcro that's made for walls. Doesn't hurt them. Works for me on the show booth, and I had them on my wall here too, and it works really cool. So you guys can see story. And see, yep, I can see it on Instagram too. So that's that one. Let me take it back so maybe you can see it a little bit better. Maybe without a glare, maybe not. There we go. Kind of.
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, for sure.
It'll be better the next time, you guys. This is the learning one. Okay. What do we have next? Next, we've got a 16 by 20 metal.
We have Cindy saying, stay on here, talk slow. I'll be right back with my friends.
I'm sorry.
We're going into slow motion now, guys. Get ready.
Okay, let me see if I can take it back a little bit. I'm going to try to adjust a little bit. You guys bear with me here.
Wow, the bigger, it's just more beautiful, right? The details is just crazy.
So I love the lichen. The orange lichen is just so amazing. And there's so many different colors of lichen.
You have Mandy Horn saying, I just admire your work. I love snowflakes.
Thank you so
much. I know how to read emojis now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to get the lighting figured out, you guys, but it's beautiful. How about that? You're going to have to trust me on some of this. You're not going to see, you can't see as good as I can, but it's cool. So the lichen's always one of my favorites. Hey, that was good. That was better.
There you go. That's a good angle. Okay. And I think that angle works for both Facebook and Instagram, so let's try to keep it.
Let's try that.
Yep. Kathy Thindle is saying, you have amazing work. I love it.
Thank you so much.
And we have Cindy back with her friends, I'm assuming, so that's great.
Hi, Cindy. Okay. That's what we've got on the 16 by 20 metal. Same thing on the hanging, you guys. So, well, actually, it's not the same. This one I've got a wire on it. But they're really super light and easy to hang. Okay? All right. Bear with me. I'm looking. Okay, the next one.
We're going into a bigger metal print.
Yeah, so the next one, you guys, I'm going to have to adjust you a little bit. So, Facebook. Here we go. What you're looking at. I'm going to go over by it in a second.
Mandy is saying, I saw you at an art fair many years ago and treasure the ones I bought then.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know where the art fair was at? It would be interesting to know. I'm taking Facebook or Instagram with me here. So you guys, come with me for a little journey here. So this is, and
you can
Facebook.
See it from here too, okay?
Okay. All right. So Instagram. Can I turn it around one? Is that okay? Does it matter?
100%. It doesn't matter.
Okay, good.
You're fine.
Okay. That's better.
Just remember to turn it back on.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, see? That looks so much better. So if you guys have Instagram and Facebook, you may want to open another window because Instagram sure shows this nicely. So this is a 32 by 40. This one is a metal print. It has got a black edge on it. There you go. It's got a hanger on the back. Very high-end piece on this one. Easy to clean. All right. Same thing as with the Duraplax, ammonia-free Windex.
Okay. Mandy said it was in Grand Lake.
In Grand Lake, well, see, that's where it would be because that's where I was living. That's the best place.
And then we have a comment from Cindy saying, okay, I may have missed this earlier, but what is the selling feature for metal? I have metal signs, but I do not love the material. I'm very partial to barnwood frames.
Well, yeah, I understand that for sure. So here's the thing with the metal. The metal is lightweight. It is easy to hang. It is the colors. You can't compare with the colors that you're going to get in, let me adjust. The colors are so much more vibrant on the metal prints that you cannot compare to a paper print, in my opinion. So even with the Duraplax, now between the prints and the Duraplax and the metal, you're gonna have, there's two different ones on the metal. There is gonna be the high gloss, and then there is a mid gloss, which I actually think is the better way to go. It's gonna have less glare, but you're gonna get so much more vibrancy with the colors. Does that answer your question? Hopefully. If you have more, put them in there, Cindy. The thing that's going to be different for you because you like the barnwood, I think we can still frame to the barnwood and use the metal print. Juan, do you know that?
I'm not 100% sure. We can figure that out and we will let her know probably tomorrow, okay?
Yeah. All right, let's see what we've got next. Next, we have got the Confetti Flake. And you guys, I'm going to show you the background for this. It's a big piece, so it's not going to come off the wall, but I'm going to redirect. So, you can see the Confetti Flake right behind. I'm going to wheel over here. This is the Snowflake on Confetti. All right, and I'm going to show you the background. Then I'm going to wheel over Instagram. So this is the confetti that I used. I call it confetti. It looks like confetti. It's a confetti ribbon. So that's what I set it on. And Instagram, it's kind of hard to see there. There you go. And that's what that is. Instagram, you're going to go with me. Hang tight. We're going for a ride. Like I said, Facebookers, if you got Instagram, you might want to do both. So this is a standard plaque. Plaque, 30 by 40. It's got a double keyhole hang on it, which I'm going to go back and tell you guys again what that means. All right, so let me sit you guys down and I'm going to show you one again here in the smaller. So, the keyhole, let me turn a little more here. Okay. So on the bigger pieces, you just have a double keyhole. All right, it's going to be on the 30 by 40. It's on both sides of it. There we go. So imagine there's going to be one here and one here. That way you can get that hanging level. Okay, but you can see that's the wood on the inside. Now, if you guys want to hang these in a bathroom, you absolutely can. What I would suggest is just seal the keyhole. Okay, put something in there so that the steam and stuff isn't getting into the wood. That way it doesn't swell.
All right, we have our best engaged customer having a few more questions, a few more comments. Thank you so much, Cindy. I'll take that compliment. She's saying she likes my accent, and yes, it does answer her question. And also, she's saying she may purchase something smaller, just for effect. Okay.
Yep. And also, Cindy, just so that you know, the Snowflake on Confetti, I saw that I have a 12 by 12 metal as well. So just so you know, in case that's of interest. All right, so the next one is another 30 by 40. It is the snowflake on aspen leaves. So we're going to be adjusting again here. And
I love how interactive this live show is. You're moving
yes.
cameras and moving around with your phone. I love it. Pretty good job.
There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so that's 30 by 40. That one shows pretty well there. Let me turn around.
Cindy's asking, what is the pinkish purple one behind you? I'm guessing the name.
Well, you were late. So, but hang on, because you're an important customer of mine. So hang on, I'm going to show you. Christmas Potpourri. That's what that's on.
What's the number of that piece?
The 20 by 30 Christmas Potpourri is number 35.
Number 35.
Yeah.
There you go. On the website, Cindy, that'll be the piece number 35.
Yeah, so, and that one is a Plaque. It's got a wood float on it. High end, very nice. It's a nice piece. So, if you have more questions on that, let me know. All right, and then let me see if we can turn around here and go to the aspen leaves and make a background. Okay, so I'm going to show Instagram's got the aspen leaves, and I will start with Facebook showing. So these are years and years old. You guys got to understand that they used to look fresh and vibrant, and they were that color. But that's what I did. So I did melted glue. I glued the leaves on there, and then I set the snowflake on it and took the shot. So that's what you're seeing there. Instagram, I'm going to take you up closer so you can see all the details. 30 by 40. This one, let me just check. I believe it's float. And yes, it is. So this one's on a float. Has a wire hanger or a cleat hang system on it. Either or. Very cool. So I got to show you guys something really, really cool. So on Facebook, you're going to have a hard time with this one. So let me at least show Instagram. So see this big snowflake? Ooh, cool. Stellar dendrite. Take it in, take it in, take it in. And this little teeny tiny plate. Now I'm going to take you back and show you what that one's like.
Mandy's saying the one with the aspen leaves is just brilliant. And I think Cindy said, and got it, truly one of my favorites. So probably she purchased something right now. And let me tell you guys, you're missing a lot if you're not on Instagram too.
Yeah.
Quick advice from Juan. Go to the Instagram account of Carla as well. The amount of details she's showing with the close-ups is just mind-blowing, okay?
So that little tiny plate that I just showed you guys, hang on, there we go, like it matters. But that plate is the size of that little tiny one that I just showed you on that stellar dendrite. So it's hard to understand how small these are, but if you look at my brush, which could be lost somewhere in my mix, but you guys, here it is. Aha. So this little guy could be the size of the tip looking straight in at this, okay? And I'm picking these guys up. Find the camera. So imagine that. So when I pick these little plates up, and the plates are just absolutely my favorite because I like the weird ones, and they get so many details in them, but I actually have to take that brush and I will have to roll it to get it to stick to it. And then when I go over to the microscope slide, because when I'm working with the plates, they usually always have to be on the microscope slides or the cellophane because they're just too small. I can't find them on any background and they fall between them. So once I get to the microscope slide, I'll roll it back off of there. And then I've got to sit there and it looks like nothing. I mean, until you get used to seeing these things, I mean, I probably looked past the plates for the first 10 years I was taking pictures. It's just, they're tough, but they're so cool. All right, onward to the next one. Let's see here.
Another big piece.
Okay.
It's a 40 by 30 on fire.lincoln.
Yep. Yeah, Cindy doesn't like this picture at all.
But she's on Instagram now, okay? So she's gonna get the details.
She already owns this one on Barnwood. So you guys can both see it back there. The lighting is tough here. Instagram, definitely you got a better shot here. So 30 by 40. This one is a mega plaque. So what that means, I'm going to take Instagram over here. Mega plaque means that the side of it, it's really, really thick. So let me turn you guys around on Instagram and take you for a walk. So, fire dot lichen. So cool. How cool is that? Stellar dendrite, 20 below zero. You guys saw this shot a little while ago, and I showed you the rock, or one of them. That one wasn't the exact one. Mega plaque. Here's your corner. You can see. And then it's got a wire on the back there to hang too. I'm not going to pull it down there, but the cool thing about this is, you guys, on the sale, free shipping in the US, and that's worth a lot. Let me tell you, when you're shipping something that's a 30 by 40. All right. So, snowflake on aspen leaves. Nope, we already got that snowflake on the lichen, and I think we're back down to our last one here. Look at the wall.
Last couple. Oh yeah, the last one, number 51. That's correct.
So it looks like my wall. That's what happens when I do shows. It's like by the end I have these bare walls. All right, you guys. So this one truly is one of a kind. It's been traveling with me for quite some time. If you're wondering what these strange little wood pieces are, it's just so that I can hang these on my wall. There's the double keyhole on the back. So this is actually what Juan was talking about earlier. So can you get the actual backgrounds that I've taken the pictures on? And this is one of them that you can.
Wow, that's a unique piece.
Let me try to turn this. All right, so you've got it on the top seller, snowflake on the slotted wood. Now, let me see if I can get this up. Facebook first. If I can show you the slotted wood. Can you guys see the little slots on there?
Yep, I can see that.
So now you can look at the piece and see that was on two of those. So it's kind of cool. And then let me go over to Instagram here. Show you guys. See if you can see that. It's hard for me to look under here. Oh yeah, maybe. Still tough. It's so small. So when you're showing somebody macro stuff in non-macro, it doesn't always work so well. But the other one here is on the sparkle ball. So I'm going to go to Instagram first. There's your little sparkle ball here. So you can see, sitting a snowflake on this, why it would be difficult. If you just imagine how many times I've had snowflakes fall. Here we go. There you go. Fall between the little sparkles. It's just tedious work, let me tell you. So when you finally get one that actually sits where you need it, it's really nice, and you appreciate it. So that's what I've got on that. So that's the one of a kind piece. This guy's been with me a long time. Finally decided I'd let loose of it if somebody wants it. I'm going to be doing some one-of-a-kind pieces with the actual snowflake that I'm preserving. It's going to be tough. We'll see how that goes. So the challenge is getting the shot that I want and then being able to set that snowflake onto a microscope slide and preserving it. So hopefully I can get some. But Cindy, I don't know if you saw, can I go back to the commission stuff, Juan?
Yes, for sure.
Why don't we do that a little bit? Actually, I want to show one other background here. So I have, this is just a fun one I want you guys to see. So if you go on the website and you see me working with these bright colors, all these sparklies, this is what I'm setting snowflakes on. First I'm going to go to Instagram here, and then I'll come up here to Facebook. So kind of
We have an
fun.
interesting question from Cindy Carla.
Yeah.
She's saying this is probably something you already talked about, but are these backgrounds placed outside a while so the flakes don't melt?
Good question.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, that's a pretty good question.
Yeah, so all of these backgrounds, what I do is a lot of these I'm like this one, I put melted glue, put sparkles on there, but I'm freezing it then. So I have a freezer literally full of backgrounds. And then when I decide what I want to work on, I'll go ahead and pull it out and then set the snowflake on it. Let me show you something else that's kind of cool. So I try to do anything I possibly can because I get bored. So let's see if I can show you guys. I don't know if it's going to show. And this is gold. So I'm still hoping to get this one. It's tough for you guys to see. Anyways, this is Spanish bar gold from a local mine up here, placer mine. And hopefully someday you'll see that on the website and I'll actually get the shot. But yeah, everything's frozen. It has to be. Now, some of the backgrounds are more forgiving. If it's not quite so cold, I'll work on like my sea sponge. These little guys are my friend. So if it's tough conditions, the snowflakes are big enough they're not going to fall between them, but it's just not that cold, I'll work with my sea sponges. If it's really, really cold and I have time to work on it, then I'll work with the tougher backgrounds, like on the gold and things like that. So yeah, everything's frozen. So, and they've got to stay that way. The microscope slides, I keep changing them out. So I'll have one out there and I'll work with one and then I'll bring another one out. If it's still not working, I tend to put ice packs on it. So I'll try to put them out at the edge. I've also got a sock full of BBs that I freeze. I will set it right on the edge of that microscope slide, let it carry through that cold. So that helps me sometimes too. And what else do I do? I'm thinking. Rocks I will set on, the rocks I'll set on the BBs, okay, so the sock full of BBs, because that way then the rock's not heating up so fast, it'll keep carrying through that cold, so that helps too. So, yeah, and I don't know if you have other questions with that, but feel free. So.
Let's just give it a few seconds. Usually we have a bit of a delay on Instagram, so
yeah.
Just give it a...
Yep.
I think it's a good time to talk about the extension of the cell.
Oh yeah, you guys, so I realized that everybody's not going to be able to see this now. They're not, it just doesn't work out for schedules. So I'm running this. The page for the sale will be live for 4 days. And also you may look at something you don't know tonight that you want to buy it or not buy it. So it'll give you a little bit of extra time there to decide. And the links will be in there. We're going to have a playback on it. The playback should be, want to make sure I'm doing this right. So it's going to be on Facebook. It'll have a replay. Also, anybody on my mailing list, I'm going to send that out once we get done with this. Yeah.
The good thing is that the replay will be available on both Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
And also, I'll be putting this video to be available for replay on your landing page. Okay, so it will be at the top of your landing page.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yep.
That's why Juan's here, because he knows all these things. Thank you, Juan, for knowing all this.
That's my pleasure. Thank you for explaining me a lot about snowflakes. Now I'm into them.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know there were so many types of snowflakes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the backgrounds, I started taking more on the microscope slides, but the backgrounds are the hard ones. They're really, really tough. So the microscope slides are fun because we can get more details and stuff. Can I pull one over from the microscope slides?
Yep.
All right.
This is your show, Carla.
Yeah, this is my show, Juan. Don't be telling me what to do.
Yes, Cindy, you can share the link for sure. You can share the link.
Oh no, that's top secret. So this one is one of my favorite here. Let me see if I can try to stand up here and get the glare off of this again. I just love this one. So microscope slide, this one's in sepia, but it is just such, let me try to shift.
That looks like a piece of metal, you know?
Doesn't it?
Really look like a snowflake. So cool.
So yeah, one of the things I'll be getting set up before we do another one of these is get my lighting where we're not getting the glare. So I apologize to you guys, but you know, hey, look at it, looks good on Facebook there, but
yep.
You just never know. All right, so anyways, I just want to show you guys that because I really like that one. And there's a whole bunch of other pieces, so if you guys see, here I can scan around because I think, Juan, do we have time if anybody wants to ask questions on some of the other ones?
Yeah, we can wait for a few minutes if they have questions for sure.
Yeah.
Cindy's saying I have to keep pushing you to do more backgrounds. I love that. Hey Cindy, mark my words. I'll be pushing Carla to do more backgrounds.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a little scan here with Instagram on the stuff that's here. That way, whoever's on Instagram, you can see what's still on the wall that we haven't talked about. And I want to show you the sepia one because we did this on the metal. This one's going to show a whole lot better here. So this is on a DuraPlaque, 30 by 30. It's on a float. But I want to show you some of these snowflakes and the detail on them. Facebookers, I'm sorry for walking away here, but maybe next time you may want to be on Instagram as well for this. It definitely is showing a lot more detail, easier for me. It's tough to do this with artwork. So anyways, that's a 30 by 30 DuraPlaque that I just love on the sepia snowflake collage. And Cindy, here you go, face it, or close up again here for you on the potpourri. Ooh, pretty. Nice flower. All right.
Mandy said it looks like a flower, so classic looking. I think she was referring to the micro. Ooh, that's a tough word for me. The one before, the one you showed.
On the microscope slide?
I got it. The microscope one.
Yeah, they actually both kind of look like flowers on there from the sepia one and the potpourri, but I love the flowers. I just think they're very, very cool. So I think, yeah, see, the wall looks bare now because I didn't hang them back up. Oh, let me show you the aluminum foil since we have time. DuraPlaque 8 by 10. Adjusting. So that one to me looks like a Japanese garden. I just love it. And I love the center of this. I'll come back over to Instagram. Isn't that cool? And then there's some little flowers, other side, right there. And then by my other hand, right there. And down on the bottom in here. So this one's very cool. All right, Instagram. So this is 8 by 10 DuraPlaque snowflakes on aluminum foil. Cindy, I can see your comments on my Instagram. You need to tell me what kind of backgrounds to play with. So you guys, I am open to suggestions. I am always trying to figure out backgrounds. Let me show you. I'm going to tell you a funny story. And I don't have the coffee bean picture here, but I do have the background. And I'm going to show you this. So imagine this. I'm in Grand Lake. It's snowing. I'm freezing. But I went to go get a coffee, and I'm like, I have got to figure out something different for a background. And I'm standing in line, I'm talking to myself saying this. Well, somebody knows what I do, and they turn around and they're like, well, why don't you try a coffee bean? So I ended up getting some coffee beans from the Village Hub, which is where I was at getting coffee. Lo and behold, it was my next bestseller. So I'm sorry I don't have that to show you guys, but a lot of you guys know which picture that is, and it's just, it's a great seller up there just with the pine needles as well. So yeah. So anyways, that's what I've got. I'm open to questions. Does anybody want to see my camera? Probably not. You guys probably don't care. I'm going to show it to you.
I want to see it.
Well, one, since you've done such a great job tonight, I'll show you. So, this is my camera. Just little. It's right in front of my face on Facebook, but I have to fit it in the screen. Instagram, I'm going to have to do this in a little line here. So I've got a 6D Canon, 65 MPE on my lens. I've got a Raynox 505 on the end, and I've got a Canon extension too, which is a EF25-2. So anyways, that's what I've got. So, oh yeah, and my little handy dandy viewfinder, which helps me.
Cindy got the same reaction as I did. Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
I love that reaction.
Yeah.
That's where all the magic comes from, right?
It is, yep. That and the lighting. The lighting is just so huge.
Oh, wow. And another ingredient, the patience, right?
The patience, yes. So, you know, like last night. So last night it was 19 below zero. And it's tough. I mean, you know, if the snowflakes are forming, I'm out there. And that's not always a pleasant experience. The tough thing is I used to do this with just no gloves at all. Now I've got Under Armours and OR gloves. They're very thin because I've got to be able to change my adjustments on my camera. But it's not enough, you know. So you got to be really careful, because if you start getting these snowflakes that are forming just hugely spectacular, I can't go inside, you know. I just keep staying out there, and you don't realize how cold you are until you come inside, and you can really do some damage. And I've done that. My fingers and toes, it's a bit of a problem. So anybody that's out there that is doing this or wants to do it, be real careful. Get some good gear and be smart about it. You know, if it's really cold, come inside and don't warm up too fast. I learned that the hard way in Grand Lake at the 20 below days. And that's when you really do the damage on your fingers. So, good things to know. So, oh yeah, somebody's got a coffee bean one. I see that. Mandy, that's good. I love the coffee bean. So.
And Cindy has one as well.
Yeah.
She said she loves that one.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything else I can answer. I'm trying to think about, let me see what's on my list. If there's anything else I can think of. We talked about the coming soon, you know, try to preserve some. It would be interesting to know if people thought that was a good idea, if they care, if they want to have a little snowflake with their snowflake that I've taken the picture of, if they'd rather have the background, if they don't care about either one. It's nice to know. So those of you that helped me on my survey, my customer survey, it was really, really cool. That was awesome. And I hope to do some more of those just to be able to find out what you guys think, because you know, I've done a lot of different stuff, and this last week I showed one to you guys that it looks actually more like a painting, and I didn't know if you guys were going to like it or not, but I love it, and I got a really good response, so it's really nice to have the feedback. It's exciting. So, always open to new ideas. That's what I would tell you guys. So, I need some help on some backgrounds. I've got a freezer full of them, but I'm always waiting for the next new cool one, so.
That should be your next social media poll.
Oh,
backgrounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Cindy would have about 35 different options for me. Yeah, I did one before that it's been a long time ago, but I can give you an idea because I have a piece of close to the wood. So, went to Kansas, tore down a barn, 100-year-old barn, and oh look, you can see that real nice. See the lichen? Ooh. So we had some frames made with this lichen wood, but I took a picture on that wood, then made it into a barnwood frame. So the picture was taken on the wood on the frame. So that was very cool. And Cindy's going to want that now. I know this. But I don't have any more of these barnwood frames, so I'm going to have to come up with some more with some lichen on them. So, but that's what I've got for the night. I don't know if there's any more questions you guys have.
Nope. I
Nope.
think we don't have any more questions in either Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. So you guys, like I said, it's going for 4 more days. If you guys want to watch it again, if you have more questions, you can always add. Can they add questions to this on the replay somehow?
Yes.